Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Maryland Terrapins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Takes the handoff. It's McLaurin. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Line getting set on second down.
Ringo! Here we go!
To the air. It's Barnett. The short hands. It's McLaurin. Base to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Huskies! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
What a throw on 1st down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Pulls it in. It's McLaurin. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down. Opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Wide open spaces. Inside. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster. There, they fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Webb. Good, solid tackle. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. The throw. Got it in the middle, it's Webb. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Webb. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. And down he goes at midfield.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines.
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense
picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This should be the last play of the quarter. Around the edge, it's McLaurin. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It is good. Had to settle for the field goal.
Well, they were able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Williams looking for a man. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Cover's team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. Dances away to buy time. Finds space on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Off-play action on first down. Makes the grab. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Williams will pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Green. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Williams looking for a man. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Wide out trying to get it in.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense has given them and creating the explosive play.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's now second and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. PAT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Catch in the middle. It's Webb.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Pressure coming. Gonna let it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
And the Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On the move. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
First down for the offense.
The offense lining up for a first down play. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Webb. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Williams will pass. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. On target.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the...
Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Off play action. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Williams looking for a man. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Back to pass on 2nd down. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Gives it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quarterback on the keeper. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Touchdown, Maryland! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Williams will pass. Here's a heat. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds a little space. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Motion from the back. Williams looking for a man. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
The give to the left side. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Williams will pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again and score a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
To the air, it's Barnett. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. Powers through. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out.
Touchdown, Terrapins! And the comeback is on.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Here we go.
Williams looking for a man. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of the 49. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Buys a little extra time. On the run, deep down the right side. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Webb. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Terrapins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It's caught downfield. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw, it's Barnett. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Maryland! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play for a snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. scrambling away. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, obviously in this situation, you need a touchdown to win the game, and they're being aggressive. They're taking shots down the field. You got to remember, you're probably not going to be able to get it all back on one throw. You've got to be smart. Quarterback's got to make good decisions. You got to be able to get the ball out, but be smart about your play calling.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Here's a throw downfield late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. This time on target. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Williams looking for a man. Forced out of the pocket. He's taking the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They move on top here in the fourth.
But you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Quarterback empties his backfield. He wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Snow. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quick and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.